You guys ready?
Let's do it.
I think so.
All right.
AJ, are you ready?
No, he's never ready for us.
Knock if you're with me. All right. Here we go. The Barn is Burning, episode 4. We got take 2. I mean,
Take two on episode 4.
Yeah, we did lose it in the translation of the Zoom recording, and that was a little sad.
Which is okay, because that podcast stunk.
If you think our normal one stunk, that one was pretty dang bad.
That one was awful.
Yeah. So, obviously, we got Dalton here, we got Bryce, and we got Jacob here. Boys, how are we doing today?
I'm doing
good. Good.
Sorry, I'm looking at things. I'm trying to make sure everything's all fixed up.
We're 45 seconds into this, and I didn't get a response from you two.
Dude,
No, we're good. I was just going to let Dalton talk.
Someone's got to try to set up the audio and do it wrong, and it's going to be me.
It's always you.
Okay,
we're good.
Where are we going?
Shout out TCU.
So here, shout out TCU. Good for the Horned Frogs. We'll get to them later. We're going to start with half of the podcast favorite team in here. 49ers. Big win over the Dolphins, but at what cost?
It's the second time this has happened this year. That, you win a pretty big game. I wouldn't call the Seahawks a big game. We're going to blow them out again.
Division game.
Yeah.
It's a big game.
But this was worse than last time.
Really?
Yeah. How could it not be worse?
Because Trey Lance is like that. All your stock, everything's in on Trey Lance. Like, he's your asset. You gave so much up for him. He is everything. Where Jimmy Garoppolo is just hanging around because he has to.
Yeah, and this team could win a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm not disagreeing with.
Can they win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy?
Yes, hands down.
I mean,
Brock Purdy looked good.
He looked like Joe Montana yesterday.
But he also had nobody had a scouting report on Brock Purdy, which is also tough.
Yeah, you can tell that guy has been playing against Nick Bosa for a while.
You could also
because sometimes Bradley Chubb would be running at him and he looked unfazed.
You could also tell how long he played in college, or how long it felt like he played in college, because there's
20 years.
His first throw to George Kittle, not his first throw, but like in the second half, across the middle, I think it was to George Kittle, where he stood in the pocket and just took a shot.
He had a lot that looked real good.
You don't see many rookies doing that.
There wasn't really anything that I was like, Brock Purdy stinks yesterday. He handed off the ball the right way every time.
Yeah, there's nothing that stuck out to me that said, like, this guy can't win games. He's got so many weapons around him with that team where I feel like he'll be fine. But the real question is Baker Mayfield coming to the 49ers?
I would really like
the 49ers are 25th, I think, on the waiver wire.
We should be hearing pretty soon.
Do you think that there are 25 other teams that want Baker Mayfield?
No.
Do you think the Texans are going to want him?
I think the Texans are at this point where they don't want to bring in a guy that could possibly win a game.
Because I don't think it's a bad idea. Obviously, it's true.
Because Baker, the thing about Baker is the dude, it didn't work out with the Panthers. That's fine. The dude does know how to win when you give him the right tools.
And also, when Baker was at the Browns, they pretty much did the same exact thing that the Niners do. They just ran the ball down the other team's throat and play action.
Exactly, play action roll. He fits the scheme really well. I think he's a great Kyle Shanahan quarterback.
I think a team to watch out for would be the Rams, for sure. Yeah. I think that the Rams, for one, they would have. I think Matt Stafford's out, probably gonna be out the rest of the year.
The Rams have given up on their season.
But I think the Rams would do it just to spite, because they don't get their first round pick anyway.
Yeah.
So I think they would do anything to try to get their first round pick for the Lions higher, and just to spite the 49ers to make sure they don't get Baker Mayfield.
True.
They're not gonna let a division rival get away with such a.
Here's my take, and I've been saying it since yesterday. All Brock Purdy has to do is get the Niners to the playoffs, and Trey Lance will come back. And Trey Lance will win the Super Bowl, and he will prove everyone wrong.
I mean, if T.O. played a Super Bowl on a broken leg.
Trey Lance can do it on a healed leg.
Exactly.
I see him out there. He's walking.
Wouldn't that be quite a story? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Story.
It'd be so sweet. No,
Jimmy G is going to be a great quarterback for the New York Jets next year.
Dude, he would make the Jets probably pretty good. I mean, Mike White didn't look bad yesterday against the Vikings, but obviously came up short. But
are we going to talk about the all-time menace team possibly next year with Jimmy Garoppolo and Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson's not going to be on that team next year, I don't think.
Zach Wilson's going to be in Carolina.
Oh,
that's what the Jets do. They recycle their bad quarterback picks to Carolina.
The poor Carolina
Sam Darnold kept his job over Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
It is. I mean, the Panthers team just has nothing right now. Like, everything they had,
and they're not even tanking well.
No, they're not.
If you're
taking
gonna
one
be
at
if you're gonna be a shitty team, at least do a good job tanking.
at least be the number 1 pick. The Texans are doing a great job.
Texans, they're doing great.
You know,
1-10-1.
yeah, they're gonna be.
They lose football games.
Yeah, they do. They do. What do we know how to do as Texans?
Lose.
Yeah, exactly.
lose.
Exactly. But
There's name something good going for that team right now.
Damian Pierce,
That's it.
the last few weeks haven't been great for him. I guess
Derek Stingley, he's good.
I haven't heard anything about him.
He's good.
I know what you're talking about,
Who?
but no, I don't know. There's not much good going on in
Speaking back to the
Houston right now.
49ers, Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year.
Hands down. Let me go check the odds for that right now while we're speaking.
Yeah,
Had to have changed yesterday. He got 3 sacks.
I bet.
Even though Noah would say 2.5.
I bet you that Micah Parsons is still number 1 on that odds list.
Probably.
Which is just ridiculous.
They love Micah Parsons.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
I think Micah Parsons is great. Don't get me wrong. He's a game wrecker, but I think at certain points in this season,
Nick Bosa iced a game yesterday.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
That's a good pick. That's a good
what are the
value
top 3?
pick.
So Nick Bosa plus 250. Micah Parsons minus 400. Chris Jones plus 2,500.
Kind of forget Chris Jones exists. Don't like the guy.
Not a
Hope he
big
doesn't
fan.
win it.
Not a big fan. Not
Not
a big fan of most. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Tyreek Hill, and now that the Chiefs don't have him, I'm kind of don't mind the Chiefs as much.
Well, you like Travis Kelce.
Love Travis Kelce. You gotta love Travis Kelce.
I can't help but not like Patty Mahomes.
It's so fun.
He
to
beat
watch.
us in a Super Bowl, and I still think he's just so good.
Yeah, that's the difference. Like I could hate Eli Manning for beating the Patriots in Super Bowls, because he didn't look like he played the game well.
Is Eli Manning.
It was Eli Manning. It was always Eli Manning.
What else we got?
Yeah. Patriots suck. We're dead.
Patriots. They stink.
We can't even be like most teams for some reason. Bill Belichick doesn't know how to lose. Like he doesn't want to just accept it and move on.
The Patriots will never tank in their history as long as Bill Belichick's
Do you
there.
know how pumped I would be if we could have Matt Judon and Will Anderson on the opposite side of each other because we tank? You know how
Not gonna
awesome
happen.
that would be. It's not
You're
gonna
gonna
happen.
you're
though.
gonna get a 20th pick, and you're gonna like it.
We're not gonna be the 20th pick. That would be mean we were in the playoffs. So we're probably gonna be around 15, 16 range again, right where we got Mac Jesus.
Yeah.
And
Until you trade it.
yeah, we always do that too. It's a hard time right now. It's a hard time.
I like how. What are they? 7-7.
We're
7-6.
6-6.
6-6. Season's over.
Season's
Terrible.
over, man. Season's over. I don't see. Cause the thing is, because in the AFC, you're gonna have to be. I think you're gonna have to almost have 10 wins.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna win 4 more games this year.
I think. Well, you're gonna beat the Jets. Or is
No, we're done. We
is
already
that
beat.
the other? Oh, I thought they had one more.
No, we already beat the Jets.
Well,
Yeah. So the
what's
Patriots
Jacob got?
on Monday night in Arizona against the Cardinals could win that game.
Maybe.
Maybe though, like that's what I'm saying.
You actually don't know.
Exactly. Then you play the Raiders, who are sneaky hot right now.
You can beat the Raiders. The Raiders stink.
They're
Jeff
5-7.
Jeff Saturday beat the Raiders.
The Raiders are gonna be 6-7 going into that game and gonna win and be 7-7, and they're gonna win out. And I bet the Raiders still have a chance at the playoffs by week 15.
That's despicable.
I feel
So
more
you think the Raiders have a better playoff chance than the Patriots do?
and the Chargers. Yes.
Really?
Because they beat the Chargers.
I
So they-
mean,
So they have the win over the Chargers. The only thing saving the Patriots, they have 2 wins over the Jets, who are in the last seed right now.
yeah.
But we have to play the Bengals, the Dolphins,
That's a loss.
and the Bills.
Those,
So those are all 3 losses. So you maybe win 2 more games.
it's true. The Niners are going to win out. You heard it here.
Yeah, I think we talked about that
Yeah.
2 podcasts ago.
Yeah, but except for I said we were going to lose to the Dolphins and
We did not.
You
Didn't-
did not. Yeah.
didn't lose to the Dolphins.
Looking at just like some of the sports bet Montana stuff, they have the NFL the reach playoffs. I'm telling you right now, the Detroit Lions, if you hit yes on that thing, it's plus 650. That's not a bad value pick.
I think the Lions can do it.
I think they can too.
I think this
Dude.
is a great year for the Lions to go
So let's look at the
10-7.
Lions schedule now. We got
win a
the,
playoff game.
we got the Vikings next week.
They should have won the first time around when they played the Vikes.
Yeah, they got the Vikings. You got a very winnable game in New York.
I think that.
You got a game on Christmas Eve in Carolina. That
What
you
time
should
is that
win.
Vikings game at?
11.
Eh?
You
A
don't
little
know.
scarier, but
But you end the year with the Vikings, the Jets, the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers.
oh yeah.
That's not bad.
That's looking at probably like the last
The
5
Lions
games.
can
That's
do
got to be
this.
one of the more favorable schedules out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they can put up points too. Like you're gonna have to
That's a
stop
great
that
offense. That's a great offense.
Do you think? No, I'm not. I can't validate that. Never mind. I was gonna say, do you think the Rams still wish they had Jared Goff? But they won a Super Bowl, so
I was
they
gonna
really don't
say,
have to win
no
now.
matter what happens, they did win a Super Bowl, and it's the goal.
That's the goal. That is the goal. That is why what Denver is doing makes zero sense.
I would take a Super Bowl, and then the Niners can go
Suck
back
for
to
years.
losing seasons for the next
Yeah.
5 years. I'll accept it.
I think the craziest thing right now is like obviously we have a big Monday night game tonight with the Bucks and the Saints to define kind of like what's good the end of the NFC South is going to look like, but the Falcons can still win their division.
Falcons can. Jacob, thoughts?
No thoughts from Jacob. He is our
Resident Falcons fan.
yeah, which
I think that the Falcons are falling off at the wrong time in the season, though.
I agree, and their schedule is so the Saints next week, Baltimore, Arizona, and the Bucks again.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to win your division when Thomas Edward, Jonathan, Patrick Brady.
Es- especially
It's fair.
especially when you're probably going to play the Ravens when they have Tyler Huntley, that is the better starter quarterback.
What happened to
starting
Lamar?
quarterback. I don't know. He said he was. All I looked is I saw Tyler Huntley's name come up and I saw him beat the Broncos, and I was just he completed his
Another
first 6 passes.
snoozer of a game.
That was terrible.
The Broncos are
A dumpster
must
fire.
not watch football right now.
The Fighting Sierras need to not be on national television.
I mean,
I don't want to watch them anymore.
it's fair. I'm not a big fan of watching them really at the moment. My poor dad has to watch them every week, and I get enough texts from him that I just decided I don't want to watch.
I'd rather do homework than watch the Broncos play football.
That's
Yeah.
saying a lot.
Yeah, it's saying a lot.
It's saying
from us.
something.
I mean, I watched some of the Colts Cowboys game until the Cowboys just decided to score all the points.
I just had like the ESPN Gamecast pulled up, and I was like, oh, 19-21, what a good game. And I'd be like doing something on the other screen. All of a sudden, I'd look over, and they'd have it was like 34-19. I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess they're gonna blow them out. Then I look over, and it was 41-19. And then I look over, and it's 54-19.
No, that escalated.
Colts got dogged on.
Just escalated so quickly, and it sucks to say that the Jeff Saturday experiment. I can't. It's not his fault. I won't say that, but it's just not working out right now.
I do love the victory formation down 36 points.
The losing formation.
Yeah, the losing
What I would have
formation.
loved if they would have just lined up and just did QB sneak instead of taking a knee.
That's what they should have done.
Just I formation, QB sneak. You can't be in victory
I
formation.
don't know
when
how
you're
often
losing.
I've seen a team roll over in victory formation and just decide they wanted to go home.
I can't think of a time.
I can't.
No, I can't either.
I don't think it's ever happened.
I mean, you obviously see that at the end of halves and stuff, but
Yeah, just try to rocket the ball to the end zone.
Yeah.
Or just run it at least.
Well, they kept trying to go downfield, and every ball
Malik
got caught by
Hooker
someone
would turn
else.
or not
And-
Malik Hooker.
Yeah, Malik Hooker. Yeah,
Wait, is he on the Cowboys
no.
now? No.
it's one Hooker. I don't know who it was. He played for the Colts. But yeah, no, that was
That was bad.
tough to watch. But yeah, I mean, nothing else really too special.
NFL season's slowing down.
It is, and it's teams are getting the Bears are eliminated, the Texans are eliminated. You gotta. I kind of wonder what the Bears are gonna do about Justin Fields. Are they gonna start to shut him down so he can get healthy?
I would.
Are you kidding?
Wow, that's so
I
unprofessional.
don't know if you could hear that, but
You probably can't. You can't hear Jacob as it
yeah,
is.
but Jacob had his computer sound on. It's a little embarrassing for our program here.
Yeah.
But we embarrass ourselves enough. We don't need the added help from that kind of
It's
situation.
okay.
But we live and we learn.
Should we talk college football?
Let's talk college football, and obviously, big topic of the
He's throwing a
We-
book him over there. Okay.
We're not gonna touch on that. With
Okay.
a college football playoff. College football playoff. We got the 1 through 4. Kind of what we thought. Kind of what you think would happen after what happened this weekend, with USC losing and TCU losing. I don't think there was any validation that Ohio State should jump TCU. Plus,
Yeah.
I don't think the college football playoff wants to deal with what would happen if you have Michigan, Ohio State in the first round.
Yeah, you can't have that.
I wanted it so bad.
It would have been great.
I agree you can't have it, but that is the end all be all of that rivalry. That
No,
one
the end
game.
all be all is in that next game.
if they
if they
if it
both make it
happens.
there.
for that
But-
Georgia squad.
Georgia's gonna wipe the floor with everyone they play.
Yeah,
And TCU's gonna lose by 30. That
yeah.
team stinks.
I don't know.
Dalton, they're 12-1.
And Max Duggan is a dog.
Dog.
And look, I thought the spread was gonna be a double-digit spread in the college.
Is it not?
No,
Michigan's only favored by 7.5
as of right now.
as of right
Give
now.
me the alternate spread of 20.5.
And so Michigan's favored by 7.5. Then you got Georgia favored by 6.5. And obviously we'll touch on these games when we're closer to the date. But just those opening line, at least the opening line for Michigan TCU shocked me.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be double digits.
Yeah, but obviously you never know what's gonna happen.
It's true, but sometimes you kind of do. And what I think's gonna happen is Michigan and Georgia are gonna be playing in the national championship.
That it seems inevitable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's what I want.
Just
too.
feels like what's gonna happen.
Do you think Stenson Bennett does it again? That's the real question.
The mailman?
The mailman.
Yeah. Give that man the Heisman.
Who else should have it? Like that's the other
Caleb
thing.
Williams.
No one wants the Heisman.
Everybody played themselves out of the Heisman, in my opinion.
No one wants the Heisman.
C.J. Stroud played himself out of it.
Caleb
Williams
Still there.
If Max Duggan would have won, he should
He
have
probably
would have.
We probably would have gotten it.
I don't even know who's going to be the 3 finalists. How do you not have Stenson Bennett there?
I mean,
I
That's,
told you weeks ago to hit Caleb Williams.
you might as well.
yeah, you're probably right, but he doesn't deserve it. I don't think.
I think that for my money right now, the 3 people that should be at that ceremony are like Caleb Williams, Sean Chambers, and Tommy Millott. If you
Just ask
Any Bozeman fan.
if you had to
Jesus.
ask me,
Jesus and Tommy Millott.
Needs to be a Heisman ceremony.
But
no, I really don't know who's gonna get that. No, nobody wants the trophy.
nobody deserves it.
Stetson Bennett is now plus 3,400.
I literally
And
Stetson.
he was like plus 25,000.
How many
Yeah.
how many touchdowns and yards does Stetson Bennett have this season?
Probably average.
It's not impressive.
I bet it's like 18 and 2,500.
I love how I can look up Bennett, and he's the first one that shows up.
Yeah.
6 picks, 86 QBR.
Just give him the Heisman
He's dropped a 50 burger on LSU
for funsies.
for fun. Dude,
So he's got 27 touchdowns total. Give him the Heisman. I don't care.
I don't care either at this point.
You're going to tell me after
After Caleb Williams turned around a program that was in disarray.
Lincoln Riley turned around a program that was in disarray.
I'm just
Caleb
saying.
Williams has to
my,
play, though.
My
Lincoln Riley
argument.
has to get him there.
My argument is that Caleb Williams should have won that football game. Yeah, that too.
Cam Rising, give it to him. He won his conference championship.
Which one's that?
The
He's the
Utah
Utah
quarterback.
Yeah, give it to him. He took a missile to the head and he
His-
got right back up.
His interview was electric after the game. Did you see that?
No.
So somebody asked him because Caleb Williams wrote "fuck Utah" on his nails, and somebody asked him, "What'd you think of Caleb Williams writing that?" He's like, "You wrote that on his nails? Fuck, I don't give a shit." he's like, "Hope you liked it" or something like that, and I'm like, "Oh, stuff like that I love."
I think that Utah would give up a bigger fight than TCU in the college football playoff.
Utah's a solid squad,
Utah's good.
and
Like,
they're gonna be
fun
the
to
third.
watch.
They're gonna be third best Pac-12 school in 3 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna go Colorado, USC, Oregon, then Utah. They're gonna be the 4th best.
Shout out Primetime.
Shout out Primetime. Good for Primetime.
Bringing his baggage and his Louis Vuitton to Colorado
Getting the bag.
and getting the bag.
$5 million a year.
They don't even know where the money's going to
No.
come from.
they just
No.
know
What's coming?
Yeah, they know it'll be there.
Doesn't this sound like a lawsuit in the making? Like
Yes.
Dion's not going to get paid, and all of a sudden
Correct.
it's going to be a shitstorm.
What happens when Dion in a year realizes that he's in Colorado and that program stinks and that it's cold and I can't iterate this that program stinks.
Dude, but they're going to have 60 players in the transfer portal.
They're going to get some dogs.
They're going to have every second string player at Alabama, LSU, all those schools are going to be in Colorado for Dion. And all the guys he had at Jackson State, that Travis Hunter already said
Well,
on
yeah.
his
on
on
his
his-
live stream last night.
Of
he's
course he'd go.
DJ Uiagalelei doesn't matter because he's got his kid playing quarterback.
And his kid's probably better than DJ is. I don't know what happened to DJ. That guy stinks
I
now.
feel bad for DJ.
DJ's
Yeah,
an
he's going to look
excellent
real good in
quarterback.
green and yellow next season. as
Well,
a
you
backup.
guys are gonna have Bo Nix back, so you'll
Yeah,
be
he's got to win Heisman.
That's true. And going back to where we started this, Stetson Bennett, I think, secured the Heisman with his game this weekend.
I don't think that he secured it. I think that he should just.
23 for
It should be
29,
his.
274, 79 completion percentage, 4 touchdowns.
It's the mailman.
He gets the job done. And he almost loses to Kentucky.
Doesn't matter. He won the game.
Exactly.
Hasn't lost.
Exactly.
Won't
but
lose.
Never will lose.
No.
I don't think so. He's the Easton Stick of the FBS.
I agree.
And
He's going to be a great backup for the Buffalo Bills someday.
yeah, he really is. He really is. And
That's a good point, Dot. That's a good point.
we
He's going to
got
look like Case Keenum in the NFL.
Is he like AJ McCarron?
Karen, or is AJ McCarron better?
AJ
He-
McCarron is still floating around, isn't he? I could have sworn I
No,
heard
I
his
think
name
he-
the
I
other
think
day.
yeah,
he's
he's
in-
in the XFL now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Dude, I honestly thought about it. So, like, with the 49ers situation, not saying they're going to, but when you got guys like Ben DiNucci, AJ McCarron, and like that in the XFL, are they allowed to sign these guys like right
I'd assume
now?
there's somewhere in there that's like if you get called up to the NFL,
Yeah.
you go for
Okay,
it.
I didn't know if.
Strangle myself.
Myself. if
There
we
sh- there
played
should be
Ben
if there
DiNucci.
isn't.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just.
Okay.
as-
Dude, you don't want Danucci?
No, absolutely not. There's not even a single bit of me that wants Ben DiNucci.
I think Brock Purdy's going to be perfectly fine.
No, I do too. I was more of a curiosity thing than anything. Like, not that it's actually gonna happen. It's just I don't want you to take him from my Seattle Sea Dragons.
I mean, I think that Cooper Rush deserves a starting position in the NFL.
Dude, he
Might as well
played,
be starting gold.
played last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
would have played last night.
Yeah. Matt Ryan shouldn't have played. Maybe not ever again.
I saw a headline that was like, should Matt Ryan request to be released so the 49ers can have him? And it made me sad.
That's AJ.
Just-
That's
just-
AJ ruining our Mondays.
Just the thought of Matt Ryan being my quarterback, it hurts me.
This Matt Ryan. Not
This
like,
Matt Ryan.
Not like the MVP Matt Ryan. That was a different guy.
Yeah. No, this Matt Ryan. Sorry, Matt Ryan, but you stink.
Or is he just playing bad because he doesn't want Jeff Saturday to have success?
Why? What vendetta does he
Have against Jeff Saturday.
Because he didn't come through the right system, Bryce. You should know this. The Rooney Rule, Bryce. Come on now.
That's after the season.
I don't think Matt Ryan cares.
Don't either. I think he's
I
just
don't think
bad.
Matt Ryan-
Ryan stepping down on the Rooney rule and being the protector of
Someone's
the Rooney
got
rule.
to.
So-
ESPN's doing a great job trying to make this a big thing.
This show
Noah.
stinks.
What? I'm just saying what I see. Calling it how it is. All right, Nate. Speaking of something very, very American. Navy Army.
Great jerseys.
Great jerseys. Big game this weekend.
Give me
Only game on. Navy's favored by 1.5. And the over-under is set at 33.5.
Take the under. Hammer down on the under.
What do we think, guys? Under?
I have figured out in the last couple weeks that I'm just an under better. I don't know what it is, but I like the security of my bet being winning when the game starts.
I do like that too. You're not like chasing, like you're not hoping for like 60 points. You're
Yeah.
hoping for no points.
That being said, as we figured out when they played Notre Dame, was it Army or was it Navy? It was
Navy.
Navy. Navy's a good team. But Notre Dame can make a lot of teams look good.
They
So,
really can. They really can.
How's that
Um,
game? How's that New York Six Bowl?
Oh, wait.
Oh, Tulane?
Tulane got it over you
Oh,
guys?
what?
Oh.
Listen, it's a tough day to be a Notre Dame fan.
How's
Quarterback
that,
just
how's that
left.
Gator Bowl, huh?
Hey, we'll beat South Carolina.
I don't know if you will.
Spencer Rattler's probably going to leave.
Their quarterback's better than yours by a long shot.
We're going to bring down Tommy Reese out of the booth, and he can play a game for us.
Like-
That wouldn't be great, just like it was when he was in college, but
I'm ready for two former Heisman hopefuls to battle it out in the Holiday Bowl.
Who
Bo Nix and
cares?
I'm turning your mic off.
That was uncalled for.
I just finally set you up for once.
That was definitely uncalled for. But yeah, I think what team has the better uniforms this year? Do you think?
I think Navy does. Their NASA ones are pretty cool.
NASA's sick.
they're really cool.
Yeah. I love
can't
it.
Decide.
You
I like
can't
'em.
decide?
I like them both.
Well, yeah, they're both good.
Yeah, you have to decide, though, Noah.
Right now.
Right now,
Yeah, right
this
now.
exact second.
I am with you.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick, the thing is about this game, you could literally just pick this game based on the jerseys because both teams do the same thing. They
It's
basically the
just
same
which
team
which
each
team's
year.
going to do the same exact thing, or
But
which
better.
team's going to do their game plan better.
Yes, it's so awesome to watch.
So who are you picking? Navy?
Navy
Army?
because they're uniforms.
Dalton?
Give me Navy.
Listen, I saw some of the kids that Army recruits out of my high school. Not impressed. Give me Navy.
Fair enough. Navy
Jacob, you
across the
Army?
board. Jacob.
Jacob's Army.
Jacob's the one Army.
There we go.
Thank you for the graphic, Jacob.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't want to be on freezing cold takes.
The graphic that we will not make.
Hey, AJ's
We
got
may
more
never
time,
look
though.
back at any of these
Whoa,
episodes.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow.
All right, so the FCS quarterfinal round. Let's just we'll pick each game.
Oh.
We'll pick
There we
each
go.
game as we go through here. We're gonna start with the Friday night games. There's 3 Friday games, and we got Sanford, North Dakota State. North Dakota State's -16.5. North Dakota State, right?
Give me NDSU.
Yeah.
I think I would take them -30 at this point.
Give me the +16.
I think North Dakota State, you got to bet
Bet North Dakota State till they prove you wrong.
they're the heavyweights of the FCS. So
Yeah,
you
you
just,
just
gotta keep rolling.
you just assume they're going to win until they're not winning anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, they're +350 right now still to win,
they're 39-1 in their last 40 playoff games.
and they're at home.
And
And
the
they're-
team that beat them is no longer in the FCS.
No, and their quarterback played in the NFL.
And he will again for the 49ers go to Nooch.
And then we got Billy Bob and Mary playing at Montana State,
State.
-7.5.
It's like they struck fear into our hearts. That team's going to win the national championship.
No, they're not.
They are.
They are not.
They are.
They have the worst defense on the planet.
Really?
That's what they literally, Sam Herder said today. They have the worst ranked defense.
They can run the ball a million times in a row and they're going to win the game.
I watched that team against us, and I don't think they're ever going to lose again.
Like I said, struck fear into our hearts.
Yeah.
Our only hope is that they go to Brookings in the semifinal and don't have a home field advantage anymore and lose.
Yeah.
Because I think that they'll finally beat NDSU.
They've never lost. That'll be the third time they play them in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And Vegan's never lost at home. I think he's doing a great job with that program,
No,
unfortunately. but-
it pains me to say he's a good coach.
Yeah, I think so. I hope he leaves after this year.
Yeah,
Um,
I hope someone headhunts him and he gets a different
I
job.
agree. I was hoping that'd be Colorado, but
Yeah.
they went for a different FCS coach.
Yep.
My dog pick, I'm choosing it right now. William and Mary money line +300. I'm not going to let the hyper on Montana State cloud this.
Well, I think the
podcast.
Bill and Mary's a pretty good team down there.
I think. They played Gardner Webb, which is hard to tell, but Gardner Webb did win their first round game, and
Huh.
they just. I think we checked that score like first quarter was like 31.
It was done after.
There's no point even playing the game after that. Then we got 2 programs that don't like winning in the playoffs playing each other in Sac State and Incarnate Word. It's at Sac State. One of these teams has to win.
I don't think that Sac State's that good. Give me Incarnate Word.
They have the over under at 72.5.
Listen,
Holy shit! Give me
that's
the
not
under.
that's
Not a crazy over.
I might take the over.
Incarnate Word can put up points, and Sac State can also put up points though.
Give me Scattaboo. I'm taking Sac State.
You might have to roll Scattaboo.
Dude, I think
Guy's a dog.
if they played that O'Hara quarterback the whole game, I think they'd be much better. I don't like that number 10.
Yeah, probably.
He runs the ball really well. He threw the game-winning touchdown pass against Richmond. Also, don't like seeing Sac State win, but I like seeing
Love
Richmond
seeing the
lose
Spiders go down.
because just forever fear in my heart. I don't know about you guys.
Pass
but,
pain.
yeah. So that's where I'm going with that game. Bryce, where'd you go?
I'm going Incarnate Word, honestly. I feel like that quarterback, he's good. He's
Yeah.
really good. And I think Sac State's been playing with fire too much. They're going to lose one of these close games eventually.
Bryce
just-
saw one play of the Incarnate Word quarterback on social media and decided, yeah, I like him.
Okay, but that play was awesome.
No, it was great. It was great. But, I mean, can we judge his quarterback play off one play we've seen?
Yes.
and I will be watching. on Friday
Odell
night.
Beckham Jr. got a career off of one play. We can
That's a
judge his
fair
quarterback.
point.
I just
Don't see Sac State making it out of another close game. They've been playing close games for forever now.
I know. It feels like they haven't won a blowout since early this year. I don't even know.
I think it was Portland State a couple.
I don't
weeks
think they've
ago.
had a close game.
Who?
Sac State?
They've had a close
They've
game.
had a
Or
close
no,
game.
they've had a
I'm looking at their.
game that they blew the other team.
So
out.
I'm looking at
Oops.
It was Portland
they
State.
Well, yeah,
What?
but they stink.
one possession win against Richmond, one possession win against UC Davis. Then they did blow out Portland State. One possession win against Weber. One possession win against Idaho. One possession win against the Grizz. They beat. Then other than that, they beat everybody by a lot. But like that's a lot of close games for 1 year.
Yeah, but then again, they should be, along with Holy Cross, in the college football playoff right now with Jackson State and Georgia.
Hey, those are the 4 undefeated teams.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Best
That's how
team
it
should
goes.
go in.
Yes. And speaking of Holy Cross, I don't even need to ask Dalton who's going into Brookings
Holy Cross,
To
100%.
to beat
It's
South
about
Dakota
time that
State.
Holy Cross comes into the playoffs undefeated and does something.
How awesome. I mean, they did more than they've done, it feels like, in recent years by winning one game.
It does usually feel like they lose, yes.
And so, I mean, Holy Cross.
Don't count out Holy Cross until they lose a football game.
They got the Jesus man on their side, and that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
They're -4. South Dakota State's -14.5. They just took care of Delaware pretty good last week. But
Yeah, but they killed their quarterback.
Literally.
Almost.
My man was motionless for
For a while on the field.
And not like that Richmond guy. He didn't get he didn't get
He
back
didn't
up.
get
that
back up.
Richmond guy, that was the craziest shit I've seen. This guy gets knocked out and like is just laying there, and they go to commercial, and we get back from commercial, and I'm like, I was like, 'cause like he didn't move.
He's
for-
still sleeping, you assume.
exactly. This guy's running across the field, throwing his helmet because he fumbled the ball. I'm like, what just happened?
What happened is he woke up and he saw the possession pointer was going the other way, and that's why he was mad.
And then the review happened, and they got the ball back. Whatever. But yes, I don't know. This South Dakota State team feels different than
I agree. I do
That-
agree with that. I think that
their running back is number 22, and his last name's Davis. I never know his first name. I feel like it's Isaiah, but it's probably wrong. And he is a dog.
Yeah.
You've watched him. I mean, he should have started over Pierre Strong last year, and Pierre Strong's in the NFL.
I'm taking South Dakota
State -24.5 for
Oh,
plus 170
jeez.
odds. I don't trust.
I
I don't trust Sam Herder and Greg Haley's Holy Cross.
But
I
you
think-
trust them when they say Montana State's defense sucks.
Listen, now it's based off numbers, though. That's not their objective opinion.
mean, yeah,
Sure.
sure.
If that makes you feel better,
I don't think it's bad. I think that South Dakota State could maybe win by 30.
I think so too. No, I
I
can see it
honestly
happening,
don't even
but
think it's going to be close. I
don't see a world where this game is.
if Holy
I'm
Cross.
sorry, that was me turning
Here.
off Bryce's mic for the Holy
Here
Cross
we go.
slander.
Quarterfinal.
final teams and their national rankings for scoring offense and defense. Incarnate Word's first. MSU's third. Sac State's fourth. Holy Cross is fifth. NDSU's 13th. William and Mary's 17th. Samford's 21st. SDSU's 27th.
I really don't even think about stats when I think of NDSU. I just think of that team's probably going to win.
They're
I think
for
if that team is the ball is the program.
For defense, it's
SDSU's third. NDSU's fourth. William and Mary's 8th. Holy Cross is also tied for 8th. Incarnate Word's 18th. Sac State's 33rd. Samford's 43rd. And MSU's 56th.
What I'm hearing is that more teams are in the quarterfinal because of their offense and their defense. There's more the average of rank is higher on the offensive side than the defensive side. So offense wins championships apparently in the FCS.
okay. I'll take North Dakota State's defense. You can take
Montana State's offense.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I would do it. Then Afonso started running like a freaking train last weekend too.
Just one more guy that can run
Just
it.
one more guy.
Just one more guy.
They don't need to throw the ball ever.
Yeah, they'll throw it 3 times for 4 touchdowns and 200 yards. Because when you run it 30 times in a row, teams aren't really expecting you to randomly pass it.
Especially when you put in your big quarterback, and it looks like he's gonna run up the middle, and then he just pops it over the top.
Yeah, they
I
got
mean,
the Cam Newton of the FCS in there. Jacob still talks about the sheer size of this man.
dude, he looks huge on TV.
Yeah, I can't imagine the sideline.
Yeah, the guy blocked the sun.
Hercules came down in a Bobcats uniform.
Dude, it's just unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate,
God, I'm such a salty fan.
yeah, it's true. Speaking of unfortunate, the World Cup doesn't matter anymore.
Who cares? Soccer will happen again in 4
Yeah,
more years.
soccer will be back in 4 years.
Cares.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We're glad we could just move on from that real quick. Now, it's everybody's favorite time.
Period pick.
Period pick.
Period pick.
Yes, a
Here
period
comes the
pick.
time for Period pick.
Period pick.
Hello, everybody. I'm just going to keep this real short and sweet because there is, as a Duke fan and Duke lover, it's been a great week because Carolina stinks in basketball. But we're not going to talk about basketball because it's football season. I'm taking the Duke money line plus 106 in the military.
Proceeds to talk about
over
basketball.
Oh, and also, Kyle Filipowski is the next great Duke basketball player and potentially number 1 overall pick in 2 years. Just going to say.
Okay, so Duke money line.
Duke money line.
That's
plus
it.
106.
That's the
Yep.
pick. Okay.
Thank you, Jacob.
Were they playing?
You see, he's way ahead of us. He's in bowl season.
Oh shit! I forgot that Duke had a football team.
We're a football school.
You
Confirmed.
said they're playing UCLA. Is that what you said?
UCF.
They're gonna get.
Is UCLA in a bowl game?
They should be.
Yeah, who are they
they're in the
playing?
Sun Bowl.
Are they? Which Cheez-It Bowl are they in?
They're in
The
the
Sun Bowl.
Hey, shout out Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its with 2 bowl games. Amazing.
Can we sponsor a bowl game? You know, Barn Burner Sports bowl game. We can get like.
Yeah,
Carroll
we
College
can.
versus
Yeah, we
Montana
can. We can
Western.
have your flag football team use the.
Hey!
That's gonna be the bowl game.
Fins up.
I heard that team stunk.
I heard that they had a 1-armed kid playing quarterback.
Hey,
That kid is
Was-
going to play for the Grizzlies in 3 years.
Thank you.
In 3 years?
5 years. Whenever he's graduating high school, he will be here.
You can blame that lost championship on this guy.
Calling a good offense over there. You run the 3-3-5.
pretty much.
Sorry, I'm done.
So is the 3-3-5. All right. Well, Thursday night football. Oh, I guess we could talk about the whiteboard. I didn't make.
You didn't win a game.
This. I picked the Saints here for tonight, not remembering they played on Monday. But I obviously just think they're gonna lose anyway, and they're gonna lose by more than 3.5. So I think I'm gonna go 0 for this week. Dalton, you had a decent performance.
I think I went 2 for 5.
2
I
for
think
5,
Bryce
yeah.
also
I
went.
also went 2
2
for
for
5
5.
too.
Yeah.
But Bryce's had his dog pick hit, which
Did he? What did you have?
Yeah, I had Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown, or
Aw.
combined more than one touchdown. They both got touchdowns.
That's
I also hit the anytime touchdown score on Sportsbet Montana. Made some money last week. That's the only money we've made. But yeah,
that was plus 300.
plus 550.
Plus
plus
550.
515 for both of them to catch a touchdown.
promise you.
Oh,
showed
I
you
thought
all
he
the
said for either of them to
No,
catch a
both.
touchdown. I was like, that's the worst.
No, I did that. I did that as a player combo, and then I
That's
did
fair.
anytime touchdown score for the both of them.
Yeah, Bryce just wanted to see me in pain. So
That's fair.
I mean,
I honestly didn't even know that they were playing the Patriots until
Bryce was trying to keep up with the Joneses.
hey, speaking of the Joneses, Marcus Jones, he's our highest rated PFF offensive player. He's played 1 snap and he took a screen to the house.
Sometimes it's all it takes.
You can't even add him on fantasy football.
Really?
Yes,
I thought he was a defensive player.
he is. They
Oh,
just put him on offense for
well,
one
yeah,
play
well, yeah. Why would they be able to add him
because he scores touchdowns.
once?
But the
Twice.
Thursday night game, we got the Raiders and the Rams. The Raiders are favored by 5.5 in LA. I mean, I think, it's just obvious that the Rams are just dead.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are definitely going to win. It's Wolford against Derek Carr. So
Yeah, I'll take the
also
Raiders.
Cam Akers is still a Ram.
And getting the ball,
They were saying, like, it felt like 2 months ago that he was about to be out of the NFL. And
yeah.
now,
and
now he's getting 2 touchdowns, 70 yards, and Darrell Henderson doesn't have a job anymore.
does somebody sign him?
I don't think so.
I don't think he was that good. I think he was just
in
one
the
of
right
those guys
system?
they just kept around.
Dude, the Rams, they did it right. They did it right.
The Rams bought in better than any team I think I've ever seen,
Yeah, I mean,
except for maybe the Eagles this season.
yeah. I
They just
mean,
keep
but the
growing.
Eagles have a first round pick this year.
Yeah. Rams don't have a first round pick until like 2026.
The Eagles are still eligible for the first pick in the draft because the Saints stink.
That's true.
I mean, also that made
the
trade.
Saints need that pick bad too. That team needs to
Exactly.
rebuild.
They could use a quarterback.
They could use a real quarterback that's, I don't know. His name is like Brock Purdy is probably better than anyone on that roster, I'd say.
I mean, the argument that Taysom Hill is the best quarterback on that team can't be had if he's not under center at all.
All I'm saying is if your coach doesn't believe you're good enough to take all of the snaps for an entire game,
When you're terrible.
when you're
Already.
a bad team, when old Andy Dalton is starting over you. Also, someone needs to get Jameis out of there and let that man have a job again.
Okay, so speaking of James Winston, I had a problem with what he said about
The injury thing?
the injury thing, because that's the NFL.
That's true.
Like the
Tom Brady has a career right now because of that.
because yeah, he can't act like he's the first guy to ever lose his job because he got hurt.
Yeah.
This has happened so
Alex
much over
Smith
the
got
years.
shipped off to Kansas City
Yeah, and it sucks if the only reason you lose your job is
because you got a concussion and then the
Yeah,
guy
but-
behind you won a Super Bowl.
yeah, but it's like you have to be available to be the best option. If you're not available, you're not the best option. And it's a little bit different this year because the Saints stink, but
I
know.
still didn't think Jameis was that bad as our starting quarterback.
no, I don't either. I just had a problem with him saying that about
That it was like a given thing that he
Yeah,
would have his job
it's
back.
like there's some of the highest Drew Bledsoe at the time was the highest paid quarterback ever. And
Yeah.
he didn't get his job back. It happens.
And it worked out well.
Dalton,
for
I
the
have a
Patriots.
question for you because I saw PFT brought it up today.
Okay.
Jameis Winston gets released. Would you be bothered if the 49ers picked him up? 'Cause honestly,
I'd rather have Jameis Winston than Baker Mayfield.
I completely agree with you.
Would you rather have either of them than Brock Purdy?
As insurance,
okay.
I would rather.
I wouldn't mind. Jameis
No, I'm saying
Winston.
one of them has to start a Week 17 game to get into the playoffs. You have Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, or Brock Purdy. Basically a fuck, marry, kill situation here. Who's starting? Who's on the bench? Who's cut?
I'm cutting Baker Mayfield. And this is purely, like you said, they had no film on Brock Purdy. If he plays the rest of the season like he did yesterday, I am perfectly fine with Brock Purdy starting and benching Jameis Winston.
See, I would go start Baker Mayfield because I think that man can win when it comes down to it. I would cut Brock Purdy as of right now because I need to see more. And I would bench Jameis.
I would start Baker too and keep Brock and cut Jameis.
I saw someone that was cool and composed in the pocket yesterday.
And the dude's played a lot of football. Like that. That's
Well, yeah, when you're I think he probably started his career at Ohio State in 2012, and then
Iowa
he
State?
played there for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, no, he was there for a long time, and
it wasn't actually. I think it was 28. It doesn't feel like it, but I think it was actually 2018
yeah,
or
and-
2019 was his
and-
first year.
But did he? I feel like he started his whole career too.
Yeah,
And
I saw a TikTok yesterday. I think he
Yeah.
he didn't start the first 3 games, and then it was just the Brock Purdy show after that.
Yeah, and Iowa State is they when he was there, they had him and Brees Hall, and they played in big games.
They won the what bowl did they win?
They won on New Year's 6.
Yeah,
I don't know which
it
one.
wasn't Chick-fil-A. It was the other one. Tostitos?
Tostitos, the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, they won the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, and I think that I think it's a great. I think he's a great option. It'll be interesting to see how it goes for the rest of the year, what they decide to do. But
I think that roster will carry a bad quarterback deep into the playoffs.
I mean, that's what I think too. That's why I think Baker was good for the Browns when he had healthy players. The problem is
Yeah.
they weren't healthy all the time for him.
All I know is if we got Baker Mayfield, the OBJ sweepstakes definitely isn't coming our way. It's
No.
not anyways.
I don't
I
think
don't. I don't even want
I
him.
don't want OBJ.
We don't
I think
need him.
We got enough right now.
Who gets OBJ? The Cowboys, right?
100%.
It has to be the Cowboys.
I would put money on it right now that he goes to Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think he's going to go to the Giants for some reason.
Really, you think that he wants Daniel Jones to throw him the ball?
Yeah, I do. I think he wants to go back to New York. I really do.
I think that the only thing that's keeping him from being a Cowboy right now is that it's kind of a bad look to sign with the team right after they win 54-19 on prime time.
Well, I don't even think that. I think it's just I don't know. I don't know if he wants to play yet.
It's fair.
There's no reason. You want to play as little games as possible, but still be ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
You don't want to max out your reps right away. You want to ease your way into it. So I think he might just be waiting for whatever week him and his team think is the best to finally do it.
Yeah.
This is his second ACL too, which is important to highlight.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like a sleeper team could be the Eagles.
There's no way.
Why?
I haven't even heard the Eagles be brought up in that conversation.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
He's-
sleeper.
He's
because-
going around. He's going around NFL stadiums like it's college campuses. I haven't seen him on the Eagles sideline.
I
He doesn't
think
want to be in Philadelphia.
I think it's something to look
The only
into.
thing that he would want
you're
from
the Eagles.
Philadelphia is the off chance that the fans will shit on his chest.
You know, you got a good point there. That's why Cleveland was such a good spot for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
it felt like a dump was there everywhere that he went in that city, in that state.
yeah, you know.
Imagine being in Ohio.
So, and then basically it'd be the Browns traded OBJ to the Cowboys for Amari Cooper. The circle would connect.
It would all make sense
It
after.
would all make sense. Oh gosh.
Dalton.
Can-
I love how Noah just goes, "That's a great point." Just keeps going.
It is. I was hurt this morning when I saw the peak.
Okay, I just need to say one more thing. I am devastated that the Dodgers lost Trey Turner. I knew it was going to happen. I said a while ago he'd go to the Phillies.
I
I love that man.
I really wanted the Mariners to make more of a move for him, but once I saw that they traded for Colton Wong from the Brewers, I was like, we're not gonna, because he plays second.
Not bad.
No, I'm excited about it for sure.
No, the
And
Mariners are going in a good direction.
we're going in the right direction. We got
Yeah.
Julio. That's all that matters.
It's true.
And we got Luis Castillo.
Also, Trey Turner kind of screwed over a lot of other shortstops in the league by getting $27 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it's gonna be. I don't know. The winter meetings is an exciting time for baseball. It just sucks. For me, I'm excited about it because I don't have to the Patriots don't matter anymore.
Yeah, I miss baseball already.
It's truly hockey season for me right now.
Yeah, Go
Um,
Kraken.
Go Avs. And we're working our way to baseball season, and the winter meetings are just a good little teaser to get yourself excited about.
Yeah.
And where's Aaron Judge going? Who knows?
The Giants.
The-
I bet you in 2 weeks he'll be with the Giants. I don't think the Yankees want to sign him to a long-term deal. He's going to want the 10-year, $1 billion. I don't think the Yankees are going to do that.
He wants to go live in Barry Bonds' shadow a little bit more.
Well, maybe Barry Bonds got a couple tricks up his sleeve for him too.
Yeah, well, no. So
Some spare
Barry Bonds
needles.
might show him how to get a real record that
Dude,
someone actually cares about.
that is what he did last year is a real record.
I know.
I-
I agree.
The people that said that doesn't count are just wrong.
Yeah.
I do agree. You shouldn't make the argument if he's clean or not, because does that matter? Not really. Those records are never going to change.
I say steroid up everyone on the
Think
baseball
how
diamond.
Awesome
Give them,
baseball would
let
be.
them do. One thing I don't get in this world is we have all these great athletes. Why not just let them do what's going to get them to the highest athletical potential that you can?
I wanna-
Sometimes it's
I
not
wanna-
healthy for you.
I want
That's their decision then.
but they don't like life after sports anyway. Look at Tom
Yeah.
Brady. He spent 2 weeks outside of football and said, coming back. He'd rather.
He realized that he got a better look from Bill Belichick in his eyes than he did from his wife.
Mhm. Dude,
We know. We knew a GM wasn't coming back your way. I'm sorry.
I saw a verified account tweet out something that Tom Brady would have interest in coming back to the Patriots, and it gave me a glimmer of hope. That I was like, "There's no way."
I still can't believe you'd want him still.
Why wouldn't
49ers beat writers everywhere are like, oh, are they doing all of this to set up to bring Tom Brady here next year? And even though it was 3 years ago, last time, I didn't want him. I still don't want him.
It wouldn't make sense for the 49ers anyway, because they have Trey Lance.
Yeah.
And they traded so much to get him, where the Patriots didn't trade anything for Mac Jones.
They just got him.
He fell into our lap.
They started Cam Newton for a year and they got Mac Jones.
Yeah. Even with Cam Newton, we couldn't get lower than 15, dude.
It's crazy.
Why can't
Bill
we just-
Belichick does not want to take.
Dude, we got flex out of the Sunday night game next week.
That hurts. Seeing your team get flexed out of a game is a
For
little
the
embarrassing.
Giants and the Commanders who just tied. That's who we got flexed out for.
Who are the Patriots playing against?
The Raiders.
Oh, thank
That-
God.
That literally
It's-
could have been a fine game.
It's honestly probably gonna be a 6-17 versus 6-17.
Yeah.
With in the hunt still.
Yeah.
But not
Two teams with playoff aspirations.
Yeah. But no. We're gonna go
So
watch another.
I saw something that was whoever won that Giants Commanders game, their playoff chances were going to go down by 40%, and so they just decided, fuck it, we'll tie.
The NFC East is still all. I think they're no, not all. Are they all in the playoffs right now?
They should be.
I think they are.
Probably. They're
Is the NFC West the worst division in football? Besides the NFC South, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the Seahawks are a fake team and that the NFC West definitely could be the worst division.
NFC
in football.
North would be a
NFC North is
But
up
you
there.
got the Vikings and you got the Lions.
Lions.
The brand new Lions.
Lions. But all right. Well, we will be back next week. Anybody got anything else before we go?
Go Bison. Go William and Mary.
A lot of Bison hook'ems came up in there. The FCS playoff is kind of like the World Cup for me right now. I don't really care about it anymore.
The only thing is, like, what else am I gonna watch this Saturday? Like, I'll maybe watch Navy Army, but like, I'll turn it on so they get my viewership.
I'm
Do you
gonna
not
watch that
love
game.
America? Do you not love the troops?
I mean, I do.
Still.
He's drinking a mango foxtrot C4 right now, and all those.
Sport the
Yeah,
troops.
those go to the troops.
Support
I
the
think that he
troops.
does love the troops, Bryce.
Which troops? Maybe this house should decide which team.
Yeah,
I
see
cheer
where
for.
your money
See where
goes.
my money went.
Okay, let's end this stupid podcast.